Words are like seeds. When you speak something out, you give life to what you're saying. If you continue to say it, eventually that can become a reality. Whether you realize it or not, you are prophesying your future.
Is speaking something over your life a biblical concept? A Christian said something like, quote, if you were going to die in 1 week, how would you live? I'm not speaking that over your life, though. My basic answer to this question is no. Is speaking over your life as in the mere power of words, because that's the only way that sentence could make sense. Hey, if you were going to die in a week, oh, I mentioned you dying in a week. Somebody could could think that I was declaring it like I'm going to make it happen with my words. There is amongst some of the more prosperity preachy guys and amongst other non-Christians, New Age type beliefs, like Oprah stuff, that kind of thing, where they believe in sort of just the power of words. Like I'm just going to declare it. And now don't get me wrong, if you're saying like, I'm going to get this job today, I'm going to get this job today, that might bring your confidence level up and have you walk into an interview with a better attitude and with more assertiveness and confidence, in which case the confidence had a change in your behavior, and then that resulted in maybe you ended up with a higher chance of getting a job offer from that person. I'm talking about people though who actually think by declaring I'll get the job, my words go out into the universe and have an impact on the world around me, and then that's going to sort of cause me to get the job. So name it and claim it. Now, some name it and claim it, and they throw Jesus in the mix. Like, I'm going to name it and claim it, and it's because of Christianity that you can name it and claim it. Others just name it and claim it because of the power of the words and the power of the universe and the power of the power of the power. Like in The Secret, that type of thing. People who are sort of pseudo-religious, they usually like this kind of thing, in my experience. So is that a Christian or biblical view? No. No, there's scripture that talks about the power of words. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruit. Now, this is quoted by those prosperity kind of leaning preachers who will say death and life are in the power of the tongue. Boom. Your words create worlds. That's a phrase I've heard before. Your words create worlds. And I'm like, no, they don't. That's like the most egregious exaggeration you could possibly get. Death and life are in the power of a tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruit. Proverbs is a book of wisdom. It's not revealing spiritual secrets of power words and how they control the universe. It's probably just saying that that the things that you say with your mouth radically affect the way your life plays out, not because of the power of your words to create realities, but rather, let me put it this way. There are people who are divorced now who would never have been divorced had they handled their tongue better, because their words brought death to their marriage. There are those who got in a fight and got beat up real bad, who never would have had any altercation if not for their big mouth that got them into a big fight that had them hurt real bad. There are those who started wars, and troops have gone to the borders and killed one another because of the words of the diplomats escalating and escalating and escalating until it brought on war. This is a pragmatic, not a spiritual, like supernatural effect of words. It's pragmatic. And you can back up in Proverbs here. It says, to get a little bit more of this, a man's stomach shall be satisfied from the fruit of his mouth, from the produce of his lips shall he be filled. It's the same kind of thing. Your words are really powerful. I heard a statistic a long time ago that said that the number one reason why people get fired from jobs is not because of their inability to perform the job well, but because of attitude problems and interpersonal relationship issues. That's the number one reason people get fired, is because of bad attitude, because of the words they say. That's a pragmatic view. Others would say, like, your words create worlds, right? Because God spoke the universe into existence. God spoke, so that's telling you the power of words. It's like, no, it's not, you numbskull. It's telling you the power of God. Like, God spoke the universe. You don't read Genesis 1. God spoke the universe into existence and think, therefore, speaking is super powerful. Here's the irony of this. By using speech as the thing to describe how God created the universe and created the world, what's happening here is Genesis is highlighting how incredibly powerful God is by using something that is not inherently powerful, speech. Humans should know this. Speech is not inherently powerful, right? Like right now, try it. Just declare, I can fly, and then go jump, not off a roof, I tell you. Just jump and see if you stay in the air. Just say it, I can fly. Say it as many times as you want, right? Words are the weakest things when it comes to actually manifesting reality. Words are the weakest things. That's why it's so amazing when God just let there be light. There's light, because he's that kind of power. It's not about the power of words. It's about the power of God using something that on a human measure is a very weak thing, just words. So I think that that's taking Genesis totally out of context. Yeah, so when a person says something like this, I wouldn't really highlight it. I wouldn't use it, when they say to you, hey, I'm not speaking over your life, though. I wouldn't take that moment to like, oh, let me correct your misperception here. You're probably influenced by Oprah Winfrey. Like, I'm not saying that. But I would say that this is not a biblical concept. You can't just declare over my life whatever you want and expect it to happen, where you have to like throw salt over your shoulder, like a superstition thing. Like, oh, careful. Hey, if you were to die, wait, oh gosh, I don't want to, might kill you on accident by saying that because my words are so powerful. I think that that's an incorrect view. This is why it's, again, why like whoever calls on the name of the Lord will be saved, not because of the power of words. You calling on Jesus is weak sauce. It's his power that saves you. That's what makes it so wonderful, is all I did was call out and he saved me, right? The power is in him, not us.